Hey there guys, I'm back to another video, and today's video will be me discussing E3 2015. Now E3 2015 has now passed and gone. I am recording this 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on June 16th, 2015. So if anything gets announced after this, you'll know why, and why I do not discuss it within the video. So the first press conference that we received was from Bethesda. Or Bethesda, I'm not exactly sure on how to pronounce it. But we got Doom and Fallout 4 were the only two games that I was really interested in. And Doom looks really cool. It looks like a game that I might actually buy on day one. I'm not exactly sure yet. But it looks really good. I want to see more gameplay of it in the near future. Fallout 4, obviously this game was announced a while back. Not even like a while, it was like a week or so. But when this trailer dropped, the internet went crazy, and I believe it has over 1 million views at this point, probably. And they announced a whole bunch of stuff about Fallout 4. First thing, the game was in development ever since they finished Fallout 3, which is 4 years, which is crazy for a game. And the game is actually coming out extremely soon. November 10th, 2015, I believe, is the date that they announced. And yeah, if you're a fan of Fallout 3, you should definitely check into Fallout 4, see what they announced. I'm not exactly sure what they did announce. They announced a lot of cool stuff. That's all I really remember, since I'm not exactly entirely sold on Fallout 4 just yet. So now Microsoft's press conference was a bit interesting. I did not watch it, but I did hear a bunch of stuff about it. The Xbox One is now backwards compatible with games that are on the Xbox Store. So if Halo 3 is on there, you just put your disc in. I believe it takes you to the store. They allow you to download it, and yeah. So it's not exactly completely backwards compatible, but you know it's a solution. And this was kind of shots fired at PlayStation, and people assumed that they would take action and do backwards compatibility on their PS4. But unfortunately they did not. But I will get into PlayStation later. Uh, the the Minecraft Halo lens is really fascinating. It looked really cool and really showed that technology has gone really far. And yeah, so the fact that we can zoom out on a whole Minecraft world is crazy. And the fact that we can move it around with our fingers and stuff like that. So the technology's there. It's just that we have to wait and see what it is fully capable of. Gears of War got announced to be a collection on the Xbox One. I believe it's the original trilogy. I'm not exactly sure if Judgment's in there, but if it is, that's cool. Judgment wasn't exactly a praised Gears of War game, so. And they also announced that Gears of War 4 is coming not this holiday, next holiday season, holiday 2016. And there was nothing noticeably new about Gears of War 4, so there's nothing much there. It looks like good old Gears of War that I know and love, so maybe I'll play it when it comes out. My brother's definitely gonna get it, so I'll probably play it when he's not playing it. So the Rare Collection is awesome. It comes with 30 games, and I believe it's gonna retail for $30 as well, so $1 per game. You get Banjo Kazooie, Banjo Tooie, Banjo Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, Battletoads Arcade, Conker's Bad Fur Day, and so much more. So, and that will be coming out August 4th, 2015. If you own an Xbox One and you love Rare games, you should definitely pick this up because it's a sweet deal, especially since Conker's Bad Fur Day goes for so much money on eBay and stuff like that. So, if you want to play Conker's Bad Fur Day on your Xbox One and don't mind using an Xbox One controller, go right for it. The Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider looks, good, but it's not exactly worth getting an Xbox One in my opinion. I'm not exactly sure if it is a timed exclusive for the Xbox One. It probably is, because if they only release it on Xbox One, they'd be completely crazy, because then they would just reject an entire slew of money. People that bought a PS4 that want to play the Rise of Tomb Raider, you're losing money there. So, you know, uh, when a multi-platform game goes exclusive, it kind of like backfires sometimes, but sometimes it could give them benefit. But I don't know. Halo 5 was shown off. They showed some campaign, and it looks like Halo, so I don't really have much to say there. The Walking Dead Telltales has announced that they are releasing a 3-episode series on Michonne, which is a character from the comics and the TV show. She's never been shown within the games, I believe, so it's very exciting to go and see that Telltales is now giving her the attention that she deserves. So that is really awesome. I can't wait for that to be on Steam. I'll probably buy it when it comes out because it's only 3 episodes, so it's probably going to be a lot cheaper than a whole Walking Dead season, which I can't wait for season 3 to come out. So whenever Telltales is ready to announce that, I'll definitely pick it up then. The PlayStation conference happened and they announced a lot of stuff. So let's begin with the beginning of the press conference. They were very how do I say this? They were implying that this was a game that they did not show for a while, and I predicted that it was The Last Guardian, and it was. So it was finally shown off, and it looks freaking great. It's gonna be released within 2016 on the PlayStation 4. So anyone that has been waiting for The Last Guardian, it's finally announced, and I personally cannot wait to go and see more stuff on this game because this game I am really looking forward to because I played Shadow of the Colossus. I haven't finished it yet, but yeah, it's a very interesting game. So I'll just say that. Guerrilla Games shows off their new franchise, Horizon Zero Dawn. So we got that. Square Enix announced that they're making a new Hitman game, and the reason that they showed off this game during the PlayStation conference instead of their own conference is because PlayStation is going to get a lot of exclusivity on it. So first off, there's going to be the beta is going to hit first on PlayStation, so that's big, and it is also going to be the most ambitious Hitman game yet. So it's going to be extremely different. I believe that's what ambitious means. So can't wait to go and see what they mean by ambitious title. So Street Fighter V was shown off, and it looks really nice graphically. Not exactly a huge fighting game fan, so I don't really have a strong opinion on it. The beta for Street Fighter V will hit first on PlayStation, or this is actually another exclusive game instead of Rise of the Tomb Raider being exclusive to Xbox One. Now it's Street Fighter, but it's only on PlayStation, and it's also gonna be on PC, but exclusivity on the console, so that's kind of important. But the beta of Street Fighter V will be accessible through pre-order, and that will release on July 23rd. No Man's Sky demo, and they showed off a couple of planets. I believe they showed off 2, and the game looks really big. It's really impressive, to be honest with you, because he just zoomed out and there was just so much to do, so much to explore. It seems like the game would actually never end because it's a open world game. You could explore every single planet if you want. You could fight within a battle that's going on right in front of you, or there's just a lot of things to do. You could go around, look at the life forms on each planet, do a bunch of stuff. And No Man's Sky looks really impressive, if I'm gonna be honest with you. Firewatch, it was shown off. It's basically like a guy. It's in the first person view. Let me just gonna say that first. And you're basically a guy, and you're talking to this girl through a walkie-talkie, and the game seems to me to be very story driven because the graphics look nice. I don't think there's anything. I don't think the trailer was meant to show off the gameplay. I think it was supposed to show off the story, which is why I'm really excited for this game, to be honest. This game looks really interesting. It has me intrigued on this Firewatch game because of the storytelling, and I cannot wait to go and see who the guy in the tower was, because it's actually supposed to be him. It's supposed to be up there, but he wasn't, so I don't know. Media Molecule showed off their game Dreams. It's extremely interesting. You draw stuff with your PlayStation controller, and then it comes to life, I think. The game, is obviously new, so I'm not exactly sure what they're trying to go for here. I think what they said during the press conference was it's supposed to simulate a dream a bit, so not exactly sure exactly what they were trying to do for this game in particular. There's new Destiny DLC, a new adventure on Destiny, The Taken King. It's going to be released this September on the 15th. They also showed off Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Not exactly interested in that game. World of Final Fantasy is going to be exclusive on the PS4 and Vita. It's a very cute game. And they also announced that there's going to be a Final Fantasy VII remake. And it's going to be first on PlayStation 4. So I cannot wait for this game because I personally have not played Final Fantasy VII, and a lot of people say that the game has not aged all that well. So when this remake finally does come out, I want to see if they do anything different. Since it is a remake, I hope that they don't just, bump it up graphically, but also do some things with the gameplay and other stuff to improve it and enhance it. So, yeah. Uh, Devolver Digital, I believe that's what it's called. They showed off 4 new games. Ronin, Eater, Mother Russia Bleeds, and Crossing Souls. They all look like 18, 16-bit games, back in the day. And I'm not exactly sure if all 4 of these games are going to be part of like a bundle or if they're going to be sold separately and released at different times. They actually didn't go into detail on this one, so not exactly sure on where this one's going to go. And then PlayStation turns to Kickstarter, and this had a lot of people interested because it was like, why are they talking about Kickstarter? And they were talking about a game that has not seen the light of day in such a long time, and they're going to use Kickstarter to do it. It has actually already been funded at the time of me making this video on June 16th, 2015, and it was Shenmue. And yeah, Shenmue 3 is finally going to be made. It's finally going to come out, and it's going to be on PlayStation 4. So I honestly cannot wait to go and see what this game has in store, especially since so many Shenmue fans have been waiting for this title to come out. The fact that the first game was released on the Dreamcast, the second game was released on Xbox original, and now the next game is going to be released on PlayStation 4. Honestly, I cannot wait to go and see, because every single game within the franchise has been on a different console. So it's really interesting. They showed off the Batman Arkham Knight trailer, and it still looks badass. I'm probably gonna buy it when it comes out because there's probably not a lot of other games I could play on my PS4 at the moment. At the moment, it's just sitting there doing nothing because I don't really have a lot of games on it, and there's not a lot of games out there that really interest me. Project Morpheus, they talked about it for a little bit. They also talked about PlayStation, Spotify, and View. And PlayStation View is basically a TV service. And eventually they said that they would come out with a thing for PlayStation View where you could buy certain channels monthly and only use those certain channels. So that's really awesome. And then they talk about a PlayStation Activision exclusive. So I was like, what are they going to talk about? Like, what are they going to talk about? And the next thing you know, it's Black Ops 3. Personally, this is crazy. I never thought that PlayStation would have enough money to get the exclusivity from the Call of Duty franchise onto the PlayStation 4. But it is. Black Ops 3 is exclusive to PS4, as far as I know. And it looks alright, And PlayStation is going to get map packs in the beta for Black Ops 3 first, and they said that PlayStation is the new home for Call of Duty. So they showed a montage of a bunch of games, including Ratchet and Clank PS4, which that game looks freaking awesome. I cannot wait for Ratchet and Clank on the PS4 to come out. And then they talk about Star Wars for a little bit, and I was thinking that it was going to be Star Wars Battlefront, but it was actually Disney Infinity 3.0, and they're going to have a limited edition exclusive to PlayStation, and Boba Fett's going to be part of that limited edition, and it is launching this fall. So, and now, after that, we get to Star Wars Battlefront, and it looks amazing graphically, if I'm going to be honest with you. It looks freaking gorgeous, and next thing you know, that they are going to close the show with one more title, with a title that needs no introduction, and a lot of people were just like, what are they going to show off? It's obviously famous if they don't need to give it a introduction. So, and it was Uncharted 4. they showed off a car chase trailer gameplay thing, and during the press conference they actually had to restart because the footage that they put in, Nathan Drake was just standing there. So yeah, that was actually really funny. But the game just looked fantastic. Like when that trailer was playing, I was just sitting there, just like, this game looks freaking awesome. I cannot wait for that game in particular. Now we get into Nintendo's press conference that happened today, or Nintendo's digital event. They started off with Muppets, like puppets or whatever. I don't even know what the heck was going on, and during the thing towards the end, they started turning into Star Fox characters. So that obviously led into Star Fox for the Wii U, and that game looks gorgeous graphically. It also looks really fun, But um, after that, they showed off a developer video, which I really like. When before the game's even out, they show off a developer video, and I think that's what Nintendo did for a lot of these games in their digital event. And it basically showed off a bunch of Star Fox stuff on how it was inspired by this thing in Japan. Miyamoto's been knowing this for such a long time, and yeah, and they utilized the gamepad within Star Fox for Wii U. Actually, the real title is Star Fox Zero, and they used the gamepad, gamepad a lot, and yeah, I'm not exactly sure on how I feel about that yet. Motion controls and using the gamepad to aim kind of sounds lame to me. I just want to sit back, relax, play a Star Fox game on my nice big TV, watch everything on there. But the way that he describes it is that all of the action happens on the gamepad. So like the point of view of like Fox is on the gamepad, while on the TV it's much more of a cinematic view. So you know what? That's gonna be really interesting for when I ever do a video on Star Fox Zero for the Wii U. But they also showed off a box art, and you can search that up. And the box art, to me, it looks alright. They could have done better with it, but some people say it looks bad, but yeah. Uh, Now they talk about transformation, and they talk about a theme park NX, their new thing that they're working on, and Reggie just said we're going to talk about it next year. So 2016 they're going to talk about it. And one thing that they showed off was Super Mario Brothers 30th, not 25th, 30th anniversary. That was last year, I believe, or this year. I'm not exactly sure. No, it was this year. It was this year. My fault. But yeah, Mario's 30th anniversary. There's gonna be new amiibo. So they talk about new amiibo, and it's actually a crossover between Skylanders and amiibo, and it's basically a turbocharged Donkey Kong and Hammer Slam Bowser. And how it works is that there's like a little thing on the bottom, like the base. You could turn the base, and you could switch it from being a amiibo to being a Skylander. And you know what? As far as right now, those are the only two characters announced for this new Skylanders. Skylanders Supercharger. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna pick it up because of this amiibo functionality, but there's only two characters right now, so I could really care less. If they announce like a whole like bunch of characters you could play as, hell yeah, I'll buy it. But right now it's not exactly worth it. They show off a new Zelda game for the 3DS, Zelda Triforce Heroes, and it looks like 4 swords, but now it's only 3 players because they talked about it in the developer video for this game on how 4 players was too high, so they kept it with 3 just right. It's just the right height for the game, and they basically use the A Link Between Worlds engine, and they use it within this game, which is really sweet, really awesome, and it's coming out this fall. So that's going to be really awesome. I cannot wait to go and play that game. There's going to be online, obviously, because if this game was, obviously, local wireless multiplayer, they kind of be boring. So I'm glad that there's online. Hopefully, there's like no lag, because Smash Brothers has a lot of lag, and I don't really like that. But you know what? If it's in a Zelda game, you know what? Not a lot of lag, but no lag at all would be great. So hope that they could achieve that. The totem mechanic was in that game. There's abilities within the outfits that you change between. So there's like a bomb outfit, there's a Zelda outfit, um, and they also announced that they're putting Hyrule Warriors on the 3DS because they can. And that is extremely interesting because Hyrule Warriors was made on the Wii U to go and show that they could have like 20 billion characters on the screen. But now, if you look at the name of Hyrule Warriors Legends for the 3DS, there's not a lot of enemies on the screen because obviously the 3DS cannot handle that type of power, so they obviously had to minimize the amount of characters on screen. And that is coming out within the first quarter of 2016, I believe. They showed off a Metroid Prime 3DS game coming out in 2016. At first, I did not even know it was a Metroid game, and it did not look like a Metroid game even when they did show gameplay of it. So I'm not exactly sure what they're doing there. Fire Emblem Fates, they showed off a trailer for that, and the game still looks freaking awesome, coming out in 2016. Shin Megami Tensei X Fire Emblem, I'm confused on what the heck was going on within that trailer. There was like 3 or 4 Fire Emblem characters as far as I know. There's a lot of Shin Megami Tensei characters. So, I hope that there's more Fire Emblem characters than the amount that they showed off, because the only ones that I saw within that trailer were Chrom and Tiki, which Chrom is a obvious major character, and Tiki is like a side character, I think. I'm not exactly sure what her role within Fire Emblem is. I did play Fire Emblem Awakening, but I did not really pay attention to the story. So, they shut off Xenoblade Chronicles X, and the game still looks freaking awesome. And that game is coming out within December 4th, 2015. So that's definitely a holiday game that I'm definitely gonna buy when it does come out. Animal Crossing Happy Home home decoration. They showed off the amiibo function with the cards, so that was really neat. And they also showed off Animal Crossing for Wii U, but it's for an amiibo game. It looks like Mario Party, like classic Mario Party, like when Hudson was making the Mario Party game. So they did not go in depth within this game, sadly, but they did show off a bunch of amiibos that are going to work with this new Animal Crossing game, which is named Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. So I assume that this is one of the games that requires amiibos because they had Isabelle put on the gamepad, and then they showed gameplay, and then they put another character on the gamepad, showed the gameplay. So I'm not exactly sure if this game requires amiibos, but I wouldn't be surprised if they do require them. Yoshi's Woolly World still looks cute as hell. If I'm gonna be honest with you, that game looks freaking cute. The level difficulty is determined by the player. So like if you want to go after all of the collectibles, the game is gonna be kind of challenging. If you just want to sit back, relax, play the level, go through it, the game's gonna be pretty chill and easy. And they showed off that the amiibos, and they also showed the box art actually, the set, like the thing, whatever, and it just looks freaking awesome. I cannot wait to buy a Yoshi Woolly World amiibo because those are freaking adorable. Yokai Watch, it's a 3DS game, not exactly sure what that was. Coming out holiday 2015. Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, and when I first saw this game, I was like, what the heck? Why is Paper Mario within Mario and Luigi? And I was just like, oh my god, it's a crossover between the two Mario RPGs, and that is freaking awesome. There is no Paper Luigi as of right now. They only have Mario, Luigi, and then Paper Mario, so I'm not exactly sure if this is early within the game, and if Luigi will join in later, but as of right now, those are the only playable characters, quote unquote. And you'll basically use Paper Mario to go through certain things that Mario and Luigi obviously cannot, because they're actual, human beings. While Paper Mario is made of paper, so he could go through like tight corridors and stuff like that. So I want to see what they do with this new functionality of crossing these two worlds together. And that game is coming out within spring 2016. Cannot wait for that game. Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. That is coming out holiday 2015, I believe. And yeah, it's basically Mario Tennis on the Wii U, so there's nothing much there. Mario Maker, more Super Mario Maker, and I'm honestly tired of this game at this point. You know, I know that they made this game to celebrate Mario's 30th anniversary, but goddamn, I've seen so much of this game. You know, they showed it off during Nintendo World Championships. They showed it off for the past like 5 Nintendo Directs or something like that, and they're showing it off now. You know, I'm just like, all right, I know what this game is, Nintendo. You know, you make Mario levels, so yeah. Uh, and obviously there's costumes, or should I say, you could play as the Wii Fit Trainer within Super Mario Maker if you put the amiibo on there, and it's basically a costume for Mario. So basically behaves the same as Mario, it's just that it's a different skin. So guess I could play as Sonic. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but if it does, I'll definitely play as Sonic the entire time. New 8-bit Mario amiibos. There's one where with the classic colors, and there's also one with the new colors, I believe. So that's really awesome. I'm definitely gonna buy that when it comes out. Hopefully, I can get my hands on it, cause amiibos are freaking crazy to get. There's also gonna be a booklet. I'm not exactly sure if that's gonna come with the retail game or on how you're gonna get this booklet, but it basically shows off levels that you can make with the Mario Maker, and you know, things that you can try. And yeah, that and Mario Maker is going to come out on September 11th, 2015. So 9/11. That's gonna be a great, great day. I did not mean to make that joke, but yeah, Mario Maker's coming out on 9/11. So, anyways, that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys haven't already, you can subscribe. I put new videos up every Saturday, and if you want, you can like the video to go and show your support. I love making YouTube videos, and I cannot wait for the summers to start so I could keep making them and make them even better than ever. So, if you want to subscribe, you can do that. If you like the video, this video was kind of long because I did talk about the entire E3 press conference. Oh, Square Enix. The only notable thing that I really pay attention was Kingdom Hearts 3. And they released a new trailer, and the game still looks gorgeous as ever. And, yeah. So, if you want to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, you can do that as well. I will put those in the description below. And I think that is all I have for today. Thank you guys for watching this video or listening to it. And I'll see you guys next time with more videos. Game on, gamers!